One of the best feelings ever is knowing that I had a long day, and the one thing that self-soothes me is telling myself, thank goodness I don't have children. I cannot imagine having a long day at work and then I am coming home. Children are screaming, children are hungry, children are saying, mommy, mommy. Children are asking me to help them with their homework. I have to clean up messes. I have to, put my attention between child number one, child number two, my husband. Being a mother is hard. And I wish more women would just be honest about how even though they don't regret having their children, they do regret being a mother.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, all the love in the world. So I've been seeing videos of moms on TikTok saying how motherhood is sacrifice and nobody prepares you for, and the funniest part or the worst part is that your kids don't owe you for any of this in the long run. So motherhood, at least how society sells it, is supposed to be magical. You see your baby glowing, giggling, laughing, cozy, the environment, everything looks easy on Instagram and maybe TikTok. But in reality, is you sacrificing your body, your time, your career, your freedom, everything, like basically everything. And then you get judged for even mentioning it, because if you say you're tired, people will say that you hate your children. Like, make it make sense. Let's watch some of those videos and we'll be right back to discuss it.
See, I'm currently in Korea right now, and the other day on the national television and on like the national radio or whatever, they were literally doing like a low birth rate crisis special program thing. They were basically these like programs to make to like basically encourage Korean people to, I guess, have more babies, and how the government is working towards that. See, but the thing is, motherhood is a scam. Motherhood is the biggest scam, like one of the biggest scams like of history. Now let me get into this, because in the past, in like our mothers or like grandmothers era, they didn't really have a career choice. Like they didn't really have a choice, so like they were forced into motherhood. So first of all, like that was a scam, and like nowadays it's kind of a scam because motherhood was just like so expected of women, and like nobody really told women, and like nobody really gave like little girls a proper education of what can actually happen when you become a mother, when you become pregnant, and basically when you decide to participate in like this reproductive thing.
A society that needs women to have kids in order to ensure a future generation of workers is not going to thoroughly educate women on the realities of pregnancy, childbirth, and motherhood. And that is because it is so much easier to get women to comply when they do not fully understand the weight of the decision that they are making. Society does not want it to be common knowledge that there are pregnancy risks that go beyond just weight gain and morning sickness. They don't want you to fully understand the before and after of childbirth. They don't want you to realize that even if you have a partner, you could become a married single mother. And on top of the fact that it is very expensive to have kids in the US, it is not a coincidence that birth rates are declining during a time when women have the option to be more independent than ever. We have the ability to make our own money, to have access to our own resources. And this is all against a backdrop of women empowering each other to live a life that is authentic to ourselves. And on top of the fact that social media has given women a platform to have these transparent conversations and discussions about the realities of marriage and motherhood. All of this combined is giving women more resources to make more educated and informed decisions about their own lives. And this is not me saying that every single mother out there is being tricked into motherhood, because that is not true. There are women who have done the research and want kids for themselves, and that is great. Just like how if you don't want kids, that is also great. Motherhood is not the only identity that women can encompass that makes them worthy and important. And you deserve to live a life that reflects what you want, and you deserve to live a life where you are making decisions that you fully are informed about before you make them.
Anytime I tell you people that there is no joy in motherhood, there is always a man in the comment section telling me how it's such a sacrifice to make, even in real life. And let me tell you again, there is no joy in motherhood. Anybody that is telling you that there is joy in motherhood is simply lying to you, so you can make this sacrifice for humanity. And there's no reward for this sacrifice anyway. The only reward you are going to get is if you actually train that your child well, then you can gain small reward from that child. But they are a full adult with autonomy. They might be small when you just have them. You are just making sacrifices to keep them safe till they are full grown adults, and they will move on with their own life. You have no autonomy over their life and over the authority that they exercise on earth. And let me tell you that if you think motherhood before is simple, now motherhood is now showing truly what that hood that is in the mother is there for. Nowadays, people are finding out, especially mothers are finding out, that they need to have personalities for different children. You need to have different personalities for your children. There is a whole lot involved with motherhood. There is a whole lot of emotions that men have never touched before. A lot of emotions that they are not nice, that are trapped into motherhood, that a lot of men want you to experience. Most of these feelings are not nice. They are not feelings that you can sit down with with a clear eye. You know, it is a feeling that you have to sit down with only when you have nothing else to resort to. It's a very big sacrifice that you should not enter without knowing what you're supposed to know. If not, you will cry, and you'll be crying, no tears will be dropping, because all your tears bank has dried.
I'm gonna say something very controversial, but motherhood is a scam. Too many women have been lied to and deceived by society about motherhood. Everyone is celebrating being a mother, it's secret, it's divine, but no one has told women how hard motherhood actually is. I'm not a mom, but I'm a daughter and a friend to many other women. I have seen my own mother and a lot of my other girlfriends sacrifice their lives to motherhood. So my best friend just had a daughter 2 months ago, and she told me, Jessie, I know you don't want kids. If that's your plan, stick to it. Don't change your mind. And mind you, my friend actually got support. So when the baby was born, for the first month, she got a nanny living with them, taking care of the baby 24/7. She didn't have to lift a finger except for feeding the baby. And now her husband's parents are living with them, cleaning, cooking. She doesn't need to do much, but still, she told me it's exhausting, and her body is starting to have all the low problems. And not even to mention, she lost a great career opportunity because of this. So my friend works in this big Chinese company, top tier in the industry. Her boss really values her because my friend is really good at what she does and she's ambitious. So her boss wants to send her to the US to manage the North American business. So she only needs to stay in the US for 2 to 3 years and then return back to China. Immediate promotion to higher leadership position. Basically, the rest of her life is set. You know, you don't need to work hard anymore. You can just lay back, chill, great money, easy life. And now all of that is gone because you can't just leave your newborn baby and go to the US. And my friend told me her daughter is the best thing ever happened to her. She loves her so much. She wouldn't trade anything in the world with her daughter like all the other mothers. But still, she told me, you know what, being child-free is kind of nice. So
a lot of moms, do all these things, take care of their children, raise their children with the hope that, oh, when my children grow up in the future, they will take care of me or they will pay me back or whatever. No, your children did not ask to be born, so they don't owe you their adulthood. Does that sound harsh? Maybe, but is the reality? Yes, that's the reality. And this is why some parents get bitter later in life. Like, they sacrifice everything, but then they guilt trip their children for existing. I gave up my dreams for you. I did this for you. Yes, you did, and that is sad, but is it my fault, or is it the fault of the system that tricked you into believing that motherhood is the only way and only path to fulfillment? So is motherhood a scam? Not because the kids are bad, but because the truth about it is hidden under fake social media aesthetics. Nobody tells you about the years of losing yourself. Nobody tells you about how lonely it's going to get. Nobody tells you about you needing support and you might not even get it. You will not see it. Nobody tells you about how you will give up so many things, you will sacrifice so many things. They only focus on the joy part of it. But the thing is, if more women came out to talk about it without being shamed, maybe it will not be a scam, because at least you open your 2 eyes, like you'll be aware of everything that comes with it before you enter into it. Do you understand? Motherhood is not bad, but pretending that it is easy on social media for people to see, pretending that maybe after you do it, your kids owe you their life, pretending that you'll be rewarded for showing up for it, that's a lie. So let me hear what you guys think about this whole thing in the comment section. What do you think about motherhood itself? Do you think it is a scam? Do you think that people are not talking about it much on the internet? Do you think that people are pretending? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Please, guys, be respectful, because recently a lot of people have been moving mad in the comments. So I would like you guys to be respectful. My name is Benita. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, all the love in the world. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.